Now that we have enabled monitor mode on our wireless interface, we are able to capture all the Wi-Fi packets sent within our range, even if the packet is not directed to our computer, even if we're not connected to the target's network, and even without knowing the key or the password to the target network. So all we need right now is a program that can capture these packets for us. The program that we're going to use is called AirDump-NG. It's part of the AirCrack-NG suite, and it's a packet sniffer, so it's basically a program designed to capture packets while you're in monitor mode. So it will allow us to see all the wireless network around us, and show us detailed information about its MAC address, its channel, its encryption, the clients connected to this network and so on. So, let me show you how we are gonna use it. First of all, you'll need to enable monitor mode on your wireless adapter, as shown in the previous video. So if I go to my Debian machine, and run iwconfig to list all the wireless devices on this computer, you'll see that I have an interface called WLP2S0 with mode monitor. And then use the name of the adapter that is in monitor mode when you run AirDump-NG. Now to run AirDump-NG, we're just gonna type the name of the program, which is AirDump-NG, followed by the name of my wireless adapter in monitor mode, which is WLP2S0, as you can see in here. So the command is very simple. We're typing the program name, which is AirDump-NG, followed by the name of my interface in monitor mode. If I hit enter, you will see it'll start working, discovering all the wireless networks around me, and displaying useful information about them. This program will continue working unless you quit it, and to quit this program, you have to press Ctrl+C from your keyboard. You can actually use Ctrl+C to quit any running program in your terminal. Now that we have stopped the program, let's analyze the output, so we understand what it's showing us. So first of all, if we look at this column, the ESSID column, it should be a little bit familiar to you, and basically this shows us the names of the wireless networks around us. Now all of the wireless columns show us more information about the network name that you see in here, and this information will actually be very useful to us as we go through the course. The first column, the BSSID, shows us the MAC address of the target network. Next we have the PWR. So this is the signal strength, or the power, of the network. Now higher the number, the better signal we have. So for example, the network with the best signal right here is this one. Next we have the beacons. These are frames, sent by the network in order to broadcast its existence. So every network, even if it's set to be hidden, always sent these types of frames, basically broadcasting its existence and telling all the wireless devices around it that I exists. I have this BSSID, I work on this channel, I use this encryption, and my name is this. Next we have the number of data packets, or data frames, and these are the useful packets that we will talk about later on, once we get to the cracking session. This column represents the number of data packets that we collected in the past 10 seconds. Next we have the channel, which is the channel that network work on. So for example, this network right here, the Sharif, works on channel 6, and this network works on channel 1 and so on. Next we have the speed supported by the network. The encryption is a very important column, and it shows us the encryption used by the network. So we can see that the Sharif network is using WPA2. There are also networks that uses WEP and WPA encryption method. Cipher is the cipher used in the network. So we can see we have CCMP. Auth is the authentication used on the network. And in here we can see its PSK or pre-shared key. And don't worry about the ENC, cipher and the auth. We will talk about breaking into all these networks, into WEP, WPA and WPA2, in the gaining access section. And finally, you can see we have the ESSID section, which shows the name of the network. So this is what you see when you look for networks in your network manager. So that's it for this lecture. See you guys on next